She's got a temper. I mean a temper. I'm not talking irritability and sarcasm because that's what attracted me to her. Here's an example. We were eating breakfast one morning, just sitting at the breakfast, minding my own business, whistling. That's the kind of good mood I was in, whistling. Could explain why I didn't hear her ticking on the other side of the table. I just wanted to butter a waffle. You know what I'm talking about, man? You just want to butter a waffle. No family business, no talk, no nothing. Butter a waffle. So I said, sweetheart, could you pass me the butter knife? Of course, now I'm thinking, something must be bothering Buttercup. So I asked, something on your mind? She says, I'm fat. There's not a man in this room knows you can't respond to that. There's a twitch of the eye will get you killed at this point. If you're a newlywed, trust me, your wife ever says she's fat, you become mannequin man. You don't move a muscle. You certainly don't say anything. Just let her finish her thought, dig the knife out of the wall, butter the waffle. Then she says, we're joining a health club. Did you hear what I said? I think I heard you say you're fat and we're joining a health club. That was the wrong answer. Spoon. Of course we joined a health club. And if there are two people on this planet that should have never purchased a health club membership, it is Tammy and I. Trust me, I haven't moved with any purpose since I won the race at conception. Trust me. Yeah. I don't want to brag, but I outran about 4 billion that morning, and I'm still exhausted. We're lazy people. We're not ashamed of it. We've actually woken our children up to get the remote control for the television. We've had an exercise bike in our bedroom for 10 years. It's got about 1.5 miles on it. And most of that was put on by the grandkids sitting on the floor just spinning the pedals. She once called me from the driveway to get her purse. Hello, get my purse. Where you at? I'm in the driveway. I'm going to the health club and I need my ID. How lazy are you? Hey, go get your mother's purse and bring it to her, will you? We've tried, you know, I've tried things. When I was in my 20s, I tried skiing. When I was actually, I got knocked unconscious by the chairlift. I mean, yeah, it's funny now, but if that wasn't humiliating enough, the insurance company that I had at the time wouldn't cover my head injury. I'm not making it up. Guy called me up at home, said, you got hit in the head with a chairlift. I said, yes, sir. He goes, wow, that makes you a moron. And we consider that a pre-existing condition. They had me, it was a loophole. I wanted to get in shape. I have grandchildren now. They're running me ragged. By the way, if you're a young parent, everything I was told about grandchildren is true. It is. They are your reward for letting your teenagers live. Fight the urge, let those ingrates live, and they'll bring you a bundle of joy. They will, but just give them time. But you've never been sicker in your life till you spent time around little children. You know that. They go to preschool. Why the CDC hasn't shut down every preschool in America? I'm not kidding. They're little germ magnets, agar jars, or petri. If you went to an American preschool, shut off all the lights, turn on a black light, it would look like the surface of the sun in that place. And they're 5 years old. They don't know any better. They give stuff to each other. Give this one to your papa. And she'll wait till I'm sleeping on the couch and she just stares at me while I'm laying there. And you know, because of gravity, everything in her little mouth is splashing on my face. It's like sleeping under a toxic rain pipe. Vanilla wafers and Kool-Aid. Get this paste falling on your face. And as soon as I open an eyeball, she goes, oh, is that Ebola? I haven't had that one yet. And the worst is when they take a drink out of your water. They hand you the glass, you got a 6-course meal floating around the top of it. You know, Papa will get a new water. Water shouldn't have 40 grams of fiber in it, that's all I know. And they live nearby, which is really, really cool. We see them a lot. And my son brought her over one day. He thought it'd be funny to teach my 5-year-old granddaughter to give me a wet willy. Yeah, it's funny now. But, so I got her on my lap, and I'm bouncing around, and she's licking her finger, going, hey, Papa, hey, Papa, hey, Papa. You know, and it's kind of amusing, you know. 30 seconds into it, she goes, Papa, I got pink eye. What? Man, squirting Perel in my eye. Oh, my God, I want to die. I want to... It was cool. She just turned 5. We had the birthday at our house, and it was really kind of cool. And my son dropped her off, and they had to go get her a gift, a bicycle or whatever it was. They didn't want it there, so they drop her off about an hour before the party starts, and she sees all the balloons and everything. She knows it's her birthday. She's 5, so she runs down. I'm on the couch. I'm reading a book. She's running down the hall. I'm the birthday girl! And she disappeared. I didn't see her, and then I heard her plow into a wall. And I only tell you this because people after the show will ask me, what sort of stuff makes you laugh? That would be one of them right there. I'm sorry, I'm reading a book, she disappears, I hear, you know, that's funny, I'm sorry, that's funny. I tried to comfort her, but I couldn't stop laughing at her. I go, Evelyn, you were moving. I was moving, Papa. And when they cry at that age, they get that yo-yo, it gets about here, I don't know how they know, it's just like, you know, and you get transfixed on the yo-yo, and then the bubble shoots up. You know, like, whoa. Did that come out your little head? You got to get the parent book out, bubble out the head. That could be dangerous. And I don't know what to do with it. She's crying, she's running her nose, and Tammy comes walking by, what happened? And she says, I'll be moving, baby. And I said, she plowed in the wall. She's okay. I said, and she goes, what's the problem? I said, the stuff, the junk coming out of her nose. Tammy goes, oh, you're such a wimp. And Tammy grabs it. She just grabs it like that. This toxic waste just... Now she's walking down the hall berating me. You're such a wimp. I'm sick and tired of it. And it was still connected to her nose. It was like, oh. And she says to me, Tammy says, I bought you handkerchiefs. Who uses handkerchiefs? I don't see the attraction of blowing your nose and then stuffing it right back in your pocket. If you want to hang on to this stuff, leave it in its natural environment. And my father had handkerchiefs, and this is probably what, in our family, as a young boy, if I was crying and my nose was running and my father was walking over with a ball of handkerchief, oh, I backed that snot up as fast as I could, man. I'm all right, Dad, look, nothing coming out, no, fine. Come here, boy, let me wipe that face. No, not the handkerchief, Dad, please, not the handkerchief. Then you hear him open it. Oh, no! Come here, boy. Oh my goodness, my eyebrows. I don't have any eyebrows. For an entire school year, my mother drew my eyebrows in every morning. For an entire semester, I was surprised every morning. You tell yourself as a parent, when they get older, it'll be better. That's what you tell yourself. Teenagers. I believe teenagers are God's revenge on mankind. I really do. I think one day the good Lord was looking down over his creation and said, let's see how they like it to create someone of their own image who denies their existence. Because I have read the Bible more than once, cover to cover, and it never mentions how old the devil was when he rejected God's authority. If I'm guessing an age, I'm saying 16. Devil got his driver's license, drove to Georgia, that's all I know. One heck of a fiddle player, buddy. You can't argue with a 16-year-old. You can't. They have a 3-word vocabulary. That's it. Is a word. You gonna pass your history test? What is it? Is another word. No, you can't spend the night at your friend's house. You flunked the history test. And then that word whatever, drove me insane. It affected my nerves. Because when it would come out of their mouths, I'd immediately boink them right in the eyes. Whatever. Stop that. Hey, get your little angels ready for therapy. They're going. This is America. Your kid's gonna lay on a couch at some point in his life and blame you for everything. You might as well give him reasons going in. Don't stress about it, they're gonna do it. I told my kids when they learn to write, when you perceive an injustice in our home, do us all a favor, write it down and date it and I'll initial it for you. How come? Well, when you're middle-aged, my memory's not so good, we could breeze through the therapeutic process together. I'll just hand that book to the therapist. All that stuff with my initials next to it, I did, and I'll be at the golf course. I don't get it. Where we're at as a nation, we got 40-year-old men calling up their 65-year-old fathers and yelling at them at 2 in the morning and blaming them for all the grief in their life. It may be true. He may have had a rotten father, but at this point in his life, what do you expect him to do for you? I got my answer ready. I'm waiting for one of my sons to call me up at 2 in the morning. You ruined my life. All I'm going to say is, whatever. Is there? Do over? You know, well, we didn't mean to ruin your life. Hey, why don't you move back home? Me and Mom will re-raise you. Yeah, we're a lot calmer since our strokes, don't you know? We can't remember when bedtime is. We can't remember anything. You can move home and help us find our shoes in the morning. That'll be fun. We can't find anything around here. Remote controls, car keys. It's like a scavenger hunt every day. You sure do sound like a nice young man. What was your name again? It's puberty. Something happens when a child hits puberty. My oldest son went through puberty at 11 years old. Not making it up. It took him a half an hour to get through it. But it was a terrible half hour. I'm on the road. I call home. He's 11. He picks up the phone. Hey, man, how you doing? What's going on? What's happening? I called home the next night. That same boy picked up my telephone. Hello. Hey, who are you? Put my wife on the phone and get out of my house. And they're all different. My youngest son was 6'2", 230 pounds, 13 years old. This man-child walked around our home for months. His voice never dropped. Really? How do you keep a straight face during that phase of development? He'd yell at his brother. We'd have farm animals showing up at our back porch, just yelling down the hall, get out of my room! It's in my room, he's touching my stuff. Dial it down, man. There's 2 goats on the porch looking for you. That's real funny, Dad. Should put that one in your stupid show. So I do. And the talk, every father in this room that had a son knows what the talk is. You sit him in a chair as a boy. When he gets out of that chair, he's a man, because for the first time in his life, he hears the facts. He hears the truth. You look him dead in the eye. Boy, you have got to quit eating all the food in this house. There are 5 of us here. We feel like we're in competition for that food with you. This is an American home. It is not the Serengeti. There'll be more food tomorrow. Just slow down and save some for your little brother. That poor child's so skinny he fell down a sewer grate. He did. It's a good thing he was wearing his bike helmet. He didn't fall all the way through. Those bike helmets save real lives. Are you kidding me? Any man in this room over 40 knows if you would have actually showed up for a bike ride when you were 12 wearing a helmet, you would have needed the helmet to keep your head from caving in while your friends were pelting you with rocks. Dorco, what's with that plastic hat? Cut it out. Cha-ching, cha-ching.